Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to review of Back to Basics, the 5th studio record by the band Head Planet Earth. Today we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the release, decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I've already reviewed their Blackout record, so go check that video out. My story with this band is quite simple. The first song I've heard from them is Feel Good. It was around the year 2001-2002. I was a small kid back then, and also around that time period I've heard Straight Up, which is a tribute release for Lynn Straight of Snot, rest in peace legend. One of the songs, I Know Where You're At, had Gomez, the vocalist of Head PE, doing the vocals, and it was fantastic. I love it to this very day. You can find the entire Straight Up album on my channel. I've remastered it so it sounds better than original. Going back to my story, back in 2008 I finally got the internet and I've checked out their discography and I've been their fan ever since. The lineup here is Jared Gomez on the vocals, DJ Product on the turntables, and Mark Mock Young on the bass. Those are the founding members. Sadly, the original drummer and original guitarist who wrote most of the music quit after the first 3 records and they never came back. We also have Jackson on the guitars here. This is his second release with the band. He played with Head PE from 2004 to 2013. And last but not least we've got Mark Bistany on the drums. This is his second and final release with the band. As you can see here, most of the songs were written just by the vocalist, Jared, and only 2 songs were written by the entire band. This leads me to believe that after the third record, Blackout, when half of the founding members quit the band, Head PE became a solo project for Jared. Only in America the fourth record was actually supposed to be his solo record, and I guess for the marketing purposes to sell more album units they stayed with the Head Planet Earth while creating the music they want to hear without caring about what the fanbase thinks. Because let me tell you, after the third record, nothing from Head PE ever sounds like those first 3 releases. Some people enjoy that, some people don't. Me personally, I don't care, I just want some good music. The production on the record is raw, but in a good way. It has a live demo quality to it. I really enjoy the drum sound, especially the snare. You can hear every other instrument without any problems whenever that's the bass, the guitars, or DJ scratching, whatever. Message is diverse. This is a concept release about NWO New World Order and how it negatively impacts society all over the world. Besides that, we also have songs about peer pressure, relationship issues, having parties and good fun, liberty, government, etc. I urge you to read the lyrics by yourself. Some of them are okay, others are cringe as hell even to this very day. This is a problem that started with the previous release only in America, where the lyrics were childish and just goddamn awful. It's just something that's never going to leave this band. On every new release there's going to be some songs that will make your eyes roll and you're going to be like, what? It just happens. So people who don't understand English, like my best friend, are actually having a better time listening through Head PE discography, because they don't know what the lyrics are about. In most cases, because some of the lyrics are still good. Structure of the tracks is basic, standard intro, verse pre-chorus, bridge, chorus, outro. Sometimes it's even more simpler than that. When it comes to the music genre, this record and the previous one are a slight departure from the nu metal roots of the first 3 releases. Here the music is mostly focused on punk and hard rock with some weird elements of funk and even ska music in some parts. There are still little bits and pieces of alternative and nu metal here and there, but there isn't much of that. Still, when that happens, it puts a smile on my face because I love that stuff. When it comes to the musicianship, let's start with the band's drummer. His playing is tight, I love his grooves, the style, the precision, the speed of his playing, it's all here. The moments where he goes off and uses that double bass work are my favorites. Then we've got DJ Product providing some beats and other stuff here. There isn't actually much of him throughout this release. I'm actually not sure what he does here. You can hear him on maybe 4 of the songs or even less. I feel like that's a waste of talent, to be quite honest. Next we've got the bass, which is audible. The bassist mostly follows the guitars, but we have lots of moments here and there where he deviates from that stuff and has some very cool bass lines. I applaud the bassist. Good job. Next we've got Jackson on the guitar, and I feel like he's too good for this band. His guitar riffs are actually fantastic and I do enjoy every single one of them. We have some chunky, heavy, groovy bits, some nu metalish riffs, some more punkish, I'd say. Also some experimental work here and there, and beautiful classical sounding guitar solos here and there, which are a surprise. And finally we can talk about the vocal performance by Jared, and well, it's uneven to say the least. We've got some fantastic shouting, yelling and growling throughout these songs. I love that stuff. Also his rapping skills are on a very high level, but then we get to the clean vocals. My god. While some of his singing works and I do enjoy it, most of it is atrocious, to the point that it actually hurts the songs. Not only that, there are some bits and pieces here and there where he's doing good vocals, but he's not in sync with the instrumental work. And you can easily hear that, and it just not work. You can easily hear that and it puts you out of the song, out of the music. It's baffling to me how he can sound so great and full of energy at one time and then a new segment comes in and he's like, well. I guess no one told him that it sounded bad, so they just put it on the record. Some of these lines should be re-recorded, changed or just scraped all together. Now we can finally rate the individual songs. The album opens up with Listen. This is a more of a somber type of a track. And to be quite honest, I don't care for it. It exists, it's boring, has no identity. Why is it here? 5 out of 10. Novus, Ordos, Clitorus. This one, on the other hand, is actually quite fun. I love the instrumental work, the drumming, the guitar riffs, the energy of the song. That guitar riff. That main guitar riff has a Rammstein vibe to it for some reason. The verses also have cool riffs and the vocal section there actually slap. Then we suddenly go into the pre-chorus or maybe chorus with I need to get out of California, New World Order, New World Order. What's happening there, bro? Overall, this song would have been a masterpiece if it wasn't for some of the vocals here and there. 10 minus out of 10. Lock and Load is one of the reasons I'm making this review, because I love this song, the energy of the guitar riffs, doom 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 doom. For some reason, those evil sounding guitar riffs in the background remind me of old school Korn, which is hilarious, but they do. Fantastic vocal performance in the verses yet again. Even the weird singing isn't annoying me here, and I do enjoy the experimental edge this track has. I wish the entire record would sound like this song. 10 out of 10. White Colors is yet again an interesting experiment. I do enjoy the harsh vocals. The instrumental work from beginning to the end is superb, but some of the singing is a little bit weird. 10 minus out of 10. Get Ready, this is like a punk song from beginning to the end. It's straight to the point. It's fun, I do enjoy it, even if it isn't really that special. It's like a filler track, but it's good. 8 out of 10. Sophia yet again showcases an experimental side of the band. The instrumental flow from beginning to the end is very good, I have no complaints there. Yet again I have to cry about some of the vocals that just do not sit well with me. 9 out of 10. Peer Pressure, this one is short but sweet. I love the intensity and energy of this one. Peer Pressure, Peer Pressure. That main guitar riff is so much fun. I wish this one was a little bit longer, to be quite honest. 10 out of 10. Beware Do We Go. This track, yet again, the instrumental work is actually pretty good, but the vocals drag it down a little bit here and there. 7 out of 10. Daze of War is even worse, in the sense that this song was written by the entire band and I love the instrumental work. Actually, this one sounds a little bit like old school Head PE from 1997. And Jared's vocal performance, especially rapping in the verses, is superb, but then we go straight to the chorus which sounds disjointed and weird, like it does not fit the song at all. 7 out of 10. Sweetchops is a song that's really cringy when it comes to the vocal performance, and yet again, while music is quite okay, it's like a pop-punk track, the vocals leave a lot to be desired. 6 out of 10. So It Be is actually hilarious in that sense that I do enjoy the instrumental work, the bass lines, the drumming, the guitars. Some of the vocals yet again are goddamn awful, but what might surprise you, that part with no is actually pretty rad. I do enjoy it, it's funny. 7 out of 10. Let's Ride is the best song on this release. I love it from beginning to the end. The atmosphere of this one, the instrumental work, how the vocal melodies sound throughout the entire thing. The only problem you can have with this track is some of the lyrics, which are not just cringy but hateful and not in a good way. Besides that, this is a banger. 10 out of 10. The Chosen One, the final song here, this one, well, it's the worst track. The vocals have nothing going in them, like nothing at all, and the music is a 4 out of 10. Nightclub in Bali, this is a Japanese bonus track which was later re-released in 2008's live album for some reason. This is a punk rock song from beginning to the end, and it actually sounds pretty good. I love the vocal performance here. The music is fantastic, but the vocals are even better. This is a big surprise. Imagine me praising Jared's vocals. This actually makes me annoyed, cause he can clearly sing, he can clearly do all of the vocals, and for some reason on the actual album he decided to fumble that. But on the bonus track he just sings from beginning to the end and it sounds beautiful. Whoa! My favorite part of this song is the chorus. Do you wanna live, do you wanna die? Do you wanna live? Do you ever wonder why? It sounds great. God bless our souls, they taking us over. 10 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is various, the flow is digestible, replayability. Yeah, it's a good album, I do enjoy it, but it could have been so much more. Tracks like Lock and Load, Let's Ride, Peer Pressure, Sophia, White Colors, Novus, Ordos, Clitorus, and Nightclub in Bali are fantastic. And I wish the record would go into that direction instead of dropping some stinkers like So It Be, Where Do We Go, The Chosen One. Also, it feels like this record is a wasted opportunity in that sense that a lot of the songs are suffering because of the vocal department. The vocal melodies not being in sync with the music or just straight up sounding weird. This and the previous album started a trend in Head Planet's Earth music where none of the records are actually great from beginning to the end. There's always at least 1, 2 or even 5 songs that are taking you out from the music because they just do not fit the album. On the next releases like Insomnia and NWO from 2009, they just go straight for quantity over quality, and to me personally that was a bad idea. Doesn't Truth Rising have like over 20 songs? Why? Also, this wasn't actually a return to back to basics, wasn't it? Because it sounds nothing like the first 3 records. It's still good, don't get me wrong. Celebrate your sleep by spending this record today, it deserves your love and attention. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram in the description, shout out to all my patrons who gracefully sponsor all of these videos, you're truly wonderful, you can join them if you want so I can make you an album review, Doom MIDI cover, a video of your choice. Check out the Doom MIDI cover of Lock and Load because it came out pretty great. See you next time, bye!